important plants that you can add to your garden. So think of a place where you can put this and you forget about it, meaning you don't have to keep planting there because this is going to grow back every year. It's a perennial. It's your 4-piece native Asclepia butterfly bouquet. This is so important because it helps the monarch butterfly. We're going to talk about that. $19.98, that's your sale price. Your 3 easy payments, $6.66. It's M94981. Over 33,000 of these just this season alone. So this is great. We have all made the commitment to help the monarch butterfly.
Right. Yeah, you know, the first thing I like to say is thank you to those who have already placed your order for this, because like Monifa was saying, every garden should be growing this collection, whether you have just a little, you know, patio outside, a deck, or a big estate and a nice backyard. And the reason for that, Monifa, is like you said, this is the only plant that is going to help save the endangered species of the monarch butterfly. So what we're looking at here is the monarch butterfly caterpillar on the left. Now on the right, that's a swallowtail, who also love the nectar from the flowers. But what is so important about this plant is the monarch butterfly, as she's flying around, she will find this Asclepias and lay her eggs on the underside of all of these leaves. Now, once those eggs hatch into the caterpillar, this is the only plant that the caterpillar is going to eat in the world, the only plant. And eventually, as we all know, once the caterpillar gets nice and full, it goes into a chrysalis and then emerges that beautiful, so special monarch butterfly.
Yeah.
And for various reasons, you know, the native Asclepias, or the wild milkweed that maybe some of us are used to having seen when we were kids way back when, you know, for various reasons like pesticide use, lots of construction.
Yeah.
It's just not there anymore.
Yeah.
So, and because of that, the direct result is that the monarch butterfly population has declined upwards of 80 to 90% just since the 1980s.
Wow.
And it's now considered an endangered species. So by planting this, now I want to stress that it gets the name butterfly bouquet because it's a gorgeous plant.
Yeah.
This has been hybridized from the native Asclepias that's, you know, 6-7 feet tall, that isn't very pretty for us. The monarchs couldn't really care less, but we want to grow something that's pretty.
Right.
So this has been hybridized to be much shorter. It's only going to grow about 3 feet tall.
Nice.
Most importantly, which I think this is the best version of this collection we've ever brought, because it has all 4 of these gorgeous colors.
Beautiful
colors. You get a
colors.
yellow, an orange, pink, and a very hard to find white. And again, it's not a choice of, you get all the colors that you're seeing here. So, you know, what I have in front of me is a good representation of your plant after about the 2nd season.
Yes. Okay. That's 2nd season. So that means this is 1st season.
That's right. That's still pretty good.
That's still really good.
That's right.
Come on, season 1. I'll take that,
That's
right?
right.
That's gorgeous.
Yes.
All right. We get this home. It's a perennial, which means it's going to grow year after year. So where am I planting this?
Yeah, great question. This is one of the 4. This is the white, and your pots will be labeled so you'll know exactly which color is which. Find a place similarly to those petunias that gets a lot of sun.
Okay.
That's going to allow you all the gorgeous blooms.
Perfect.
Now, you know, this is an under $20 bill alert, so if you can get a collection for yourself, maybe send one to your nieces and nephews who live, you know, in another state across the country, because this is native to the U.S., or to North America, excuse me. So, meaning that it can pretty much grow anywhere, even if you live as far north as Minnesota, because it can take temperatures down to like -30.
Okay, that's good. All right, so plant it in sun. So that's first. When we get it home, we're watering it a lot.
That's right.
It's green, so we can fertilize it.
You can fertilize it if you want, absolutely.
Good.
Right. Yep.
Now, what about deer and rabbits and things like that?
That's an excellent question. If you live somewhere like we do here in Westchester, you have probably a deer problem. They're not going to come after this plant.
Yes.
It's like they know that how important it is, you know, for the monarch butterflies.
Right.
They don't like the way it tastes, and that's fine by me.
Okay.
So as you're seeing here, those are the 4 colors. Absolutely beautiful. I love this. This is a nice naturalized look. That's probably 4 or 5 of the pink plants planted just in the backyard.
Nice.
Nice, beautiful patch. If you can, you know, pick up 2, 3, 4 of these collections, and you're really going to be doing your part in taking action in saving the monarch butterfly.
I'm telling you, those are beautiful.
They really are.
Beautiful plants to add to your garden. Everybody should do this. And if you don't have a big garden, that's okay. You can put it in a pot. They do well in pots, right?
Absolutely right. Yeah, so if you just have, you know, a container garden this summer, that's absolutely fine, especially, you know, because it can take such cold temperatures.
Right.
You don't have to worry about them even in the winter if they're
And you can just leave it out there?
That's right.
Oh, that's even better. That's why I like my rose lilies. I had
exactly.
They stay right out there. I didn't have to touch them. Again, This is how you make a difference in your garden. And we all should have this. If you know, even if it's just in one little pot, you just have it on your patio, great. If you have one little patch that you just have a little space for, grow this. Pick a spot to put this in so we can help those monarch butterflies, right? That's all. And a lot of people have done it. We've sold over 33,000 of them just, I believe, what is it, since this has been introduced, or just this season?
Wow.
33,000. So that's going to be a lot of monarch butterflies that we're going to be seeing flying around. So that's really special. So get this home. You can use this as a teaching moment for the kids or for the grandkids when you're planting this. And then in the summertime, you literally can watch the little caterpillars come on there, nibble on those leaves, make their little chrysalis. And all of that, you know, the circle of life, and it becomes that little butterfly. Like, that's a lesson. That's a really fun thing to have with kids. So get this home, help out the little monarch butterflies, plant it in sun, whether it's in a container or in the garden, right?
Absolutely, and it's relatively drought tolerant. Now, the first year you're going to want to water it a little bit more, but once it's, you know, well established, because it is native, it's super easy as far as watering. And you were mentioning, you know, sharing this experience with your family, with your kids. Our friend Sandra Bennett, I know there's a video of her experience.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
With her husband and her 2 daughters. I would love to show that if we could, because she did exactly that. They grew the Asclepias and they started to see the monarchs coming around, and then they're like, all right, let's see how this can actually, you know, we can share this as a family. It's a beautiful story. And that's why I was saying, if you got grandkids who live in a different state, maybe you want to get a collection for them, or give it as to like their science teachers, you know, as end of the year
Oh,
gift.
that's a good one.
Yeah, totally, because then they can experience it as a class.
And you know what it is? A lot of schools now are having these outdoor gardens.
I love it. I know.
A lot of schools are doing that now. So maybe you can talk to the science teacher or whoever the person is in charge of the garden and say, hey, I want to get this for the garden. Do we have a space for it? So I think it's so nice that a lot of kids are starting to get into gardening in school now. So I think that's really cool.
I agree.
Over 200 of these have been picked up.
Oh, thank you so much.
Don't wait on this one. I'm telling you, it's time to start helping out these monarch butterflies. We want them to thrive. They're beautiful. And again, it's just a really beautiful plant. 4 beautiful plants that you're getting. Steph, go through all 4 again that we're getting.
I would love to. So what we're seeing here is that beautiful yellow. Now that's planted, Monifa, right in the garden bed with some echinacea, your hostas. You know, this is such a versatile plant. It just blends beautifully with anything else, and it really creates a pollinator paradise. So if you're growing tomatoes, like I know you are, even if it's just a couple, this is gonna bring all the good pollinators to come around and help with your fruits and veggies. Now here on the left, that is the monarch caterpillar. So when you see them, which you will, I can guarantee you're going to start seeing these caterpillars, leave them be.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we get a little nervous, oh, there's something eating my leaves.
Right.
That's exactly why we're planting this. And your plant will, you know, re-leaf out very quickly, so don't be afraid. Here you're seeing a gorgeous white. Now, truth be told, I'd never seen white Asclepias before. I find this color to be, it's so beautiful and soft, and it really makes the other 3 colors kind of pop during the day, and then this really gets its moment as the sun is going down. And I have to say, my wife is at home. You know, I live in San Diego. She's been out in the garden. She built us a new fence this past week. I'm super excited to see it. And of course, I'm like, so can you give me a tour of the yard? How's my Asclepias doing? And we saw 2 caterpillars already. It's only the beginning of May, so you really will start to see them. And we all know the caterpillar is going to turn into that monarch butterfly.
That's right. These are beautiful. They're just beautiful flowers.
They really are.
I mean, obviously we want to get them because they're helping. We're helping.
That's right.
But wow, are they gorgeous? And the fact that these are not going to get so tall, you know, they're going to be unmanageable. No. You said 3 feet. If they're putting them in the ground.
Totally. So even in a container, assuming you use a big enough container, which you want to, I'd say at least 15 inches like this one.
And we have some good ones. I had some on yesterday. I think 2 faux ceramic containers. I think they were $40 for 2.
What a deal. Yeah, totally. So, and then you add on a less than $20 bill for these 4 plants. So get a big enough container. They will grow about 3 feet by 3 feet once they're fully grown. But that'll take a few years, and then it's a beautiful native perennial shrub. I mean, Most of us, we want low maintenance plants
That's
that
right.
have high impact and high reward.
That's it.
This checks off all those boxes.
Remember, that's going to be after about 2 years, after 2 seasons. But
Yep.
this is what you'll get even in the first season.
That's right, yes.
So look at that.
All
That's
those
a lot.
colors.
Look at all that green, all those beautiful colors. So yeah, the butterflies and the caterpillars will have a field day
Yep.
in your yard with this even after the first season. And then you can just sit back and season after season watch. I know Sandra has a field day now in her garden
Absolutely.
watching them come in because
Yes.
now they're getting bigger and it's been more and more and more. But again, it's important.
It is.
We want to do our part in helping the monarch butterfly, and this is a really small part to do, right?
Absolutely.
You're literally just planting 4
Something
plants.
gorgeous.
Right? That's easy for us to
Yes.
do. So find a little spot in your garden or get a couple of pots to put them in. These are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, you're beautifying your space while at the same time really, taking action and doing your part. It's kind of like one of your good deeds for the year, and it's going to be your good deed for every year to
That's
come
right.
because it is a winter hardy perennial, and you really are helping save an endangered species, which it's sometimes we kind of just brush over that fact, but it's an endangered species,
Yes.
meaning that there are very few left around comparatively, from even like 30 years ago. So by planting this, you are helping saving the monarch.
4 plants, you're saving over $13 off that QVC price. So what an amazing value there. So we're talking about now about $5 per plant that you're getting home. $6.66, that is your easy pay for your 4-piece native Asclepia butterfly bouquet. It's M94981.